Okay, we're back. This time I'm going to discuss my choice of aquarium controller. I purchased from Bulk Reef Supply. There's 3 boxes came with the unit. I'll pull these 2 out of the way. What I purchased was a ReefKeeper Elite with net. It came in this very large box. I have already opened it and taken a look at it. I repacked it just like it was. Take a look at it. Upon opening it, you get the display. I get the net module and the SL1, which has the pH, ORP, and temp probes. Underneath all of that, you get the pH probe with the calibrating solutions. There's a 7 and a 10. They're both in the package. It's got the cord for managing it through the Ethernet along with the temp probe. And you get your communications cables. They look like just standard telephone cables, but they warn you not to use. You've got to use a certain cable, but my guess is it's just a telephone cable. And then inside the box, I've got about a 6-foot, looks like again a telephone. That's an internet cable actually. That's a Cat 5. And then I've got 2 PC4s come in the box. So I'll have 8 outlets. And then I've got, it looks like, they sent 2 screws instead of 4. That's what came in the box. Along with that, I purchased, in this box, I purchased another PC4, so that I've got 12 outlets. It comes with a foam cord, looks like a foam cord, 2 screws, and again it's the same unit, PC4. And on top of that, I ordered this little box. This little box has, pull all this out of here, the Moonlight controller. I actually ordered the Moonlight controller with the box. With this setup, I've got, it comes with, this is white, it comes with 2 white pods and the plug, and then I ordered more white pods, so I've got 2 more, so I'll have 4 on this tank. Not quite sure where I'm going to hang them yet from the light fixture, but I have them. That'll probably be the last thing I do. I just want to get it hooked up so that I can get this thing rolling. I hooked up the lights a couple of days ago, and the tank's been running for a couple weeks. In fact, I should probably do a video on that just so you can kind of see it. There's no light over it on. They're not on yet because I don't have the computer hooked up. It comes with a communication cable, the MLC, along with the 2 screws. So it looks like they shorted me 2 screws. I don't see them in any of the bags, but I can get some stain. I'll probably use stainless screws anyway. The other thing that I had done, and this is the first time I've used a ReefKeeper. I have 2 other fish tanks. Actually, I've got 3. One's a quarantine. I don't really monitor it much. But I've got 2 others. One's a frag tank. One's a 60-gallon right now that I've got fish and coral and whatnot in. And they're both run by Neptune. So I've got Apex on one and I've got an Apex Lite on the other. I was going to buy an Apex, and I've had a couple issues here with electricity going out. And I don't know how many of you have a Neptune Apex, but when the electricity goes out and comes back on, they're a pain in the butt. They seem to run the same program that you had in it previously, but they you've got to restart your web pages. You've got to restart, this. You've got to do that. And I actually had one hooked up to the 60-gallon, the Apex controller, and had the Vortec controller connected to it, and the wireless Vortec controller, and it worked for, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, a month, maybe about 6 weeks probably. And then it stopped controlling one of the pumps for whatever reason. Tried to reset it, turn it off, take it out of the system, start over, reload the software, and it just stopped working. So right now I've removed it from the system, and I'm just using a standard program from Ecotech. Anyway, the one other thing I did in realizing that the Neptune system's power bars used to get pretty hot is that I bought a flame retardant cloth. This one here happens to be an Ote flame protector. It's 9 inches by 12 inches. And since I'm going to be mounting these to wood, they'll be just the right size. Basically, cut it off, and the 2 screw ends will be hanging over, but the part that's going to get warm is going to be separated from the wooden stand by this cloth. So I'll cut this into 3 pieces, maybe even a few for the smaller ones. These shouldn't get very hot. And I've got to figure out where I'm going to put the screen. My Apex controller, I've got it with little Velcro stuck on the wall. But I'll figure that part out later. I just thought I'd give you an idea of what I'm doing here. And I'm going to get started putting this in either later tonight and probably tomorrow. And I guess I'll follow up with a video of the tank as it is right now. Take care.